Hey, we're back. Well, kind of, almost. We're about to be back. The Word Made Fresh, our weekly narrative lectionary resource, conversation, idea generator. It's about to get back up and running for a new season. The new narrative lectionary calendar begins September 10th, which is, if you're watching this in real time, this coming Sunday. But our new episodes of The Word Made Fresh will pick up starting September 17th. We'll have an episode out that week prior. It's going to be fantastic. And then we'll just keep going week after week after week, all the way covering the whole narrative lectionary cycle. So this is really just a big, hey, don't forget about us. We're coming back. It's going to be great. We have some fun things planned. I might try some new ideas just to make these conversations and resources even more, interesting, helpful. There'll be all sorts of fun. I know Reverend Thorne is really excited to dive back in as well. I've missed you all. It's gonna be really good. If you do want a hint at this coming Sunday, September 10th, I can slightly glimpse into that space because I'm preaching it. Woohoo! It's gonna be a lot of fun. The text is Genesis 2. It's the second creation account, not the poem, but the narrative. There's a difference, by the way, and there's a lot of ways you could go with this. I think you could take it just to explain the necessity of multiple voices to talk about a thing, which is what we see happening here. This is not the creation account most people are familiar with. We're used to the grand old, in the beginning, good, very good, poetic repetition. And this one is a slight shift. It's a narrative. It's telling a story about, the first man and looking for a partner, a helper is the word, which we'll get into in a minute. So it's a whole thing. But that word helper, let's talk about that. The Hebrew word for helper there is also used later in the Hebrew scriptures to describe the relationship between God and people. So a lot of times people look at that and say, see, women are men's helper. But no, it's actually talking about a relationship that we also see later describing the divine relationship with humanity. So if anything, the women are elevated to the status of divine here. Also, it's interesting to note that we see Adam naming all the animals, looking for, a companion. Naming, especially in this context in the ancient Near East, would have been an act of dominion, an act of I'm in charge, an act of authority. But Adam doesn't name Eve. That doesn't happen here. It happens later after things start to fall apart, which could show you right there that male dominance is it's all a part of the fall, not a part of how this was meant to be in this creation narrative. So just a couple little boop routes you could take. I'm not taking either of those routes. I'm talking about dirt. It's going to be fun. So you can join us at Riverside on Sunday if you'd like to see or hear what I'm doing with dirt. Join us in the building or online. It starts all around 11 a.m. on Sunday, September 10th. Videos will be online as they always are. But all of that tangents aside is really just to sit here with you for a minute and say, hey, we're back. So check the YouTubes or the podcasts every 7 days. Planning on having these out at the beginning of each week. So you can look for those probably Mondays. Unless holidays shift life around, but if you have questions or comments or ideas for what the Word Made Fresh is or could be or whatever, drop them in a comment below. I'd love to read those, respond to those, integrate those into what we're doing with this resource, because this is a weekly conversation that we want to be with and for you. Whether you are preparing a sermon or a Bible study and you need some ideas to just get your momentum rolling, or if you're a congregant here at Riverside and you want just a little glimpse behind the curtain to see how it's all getting put together before it's brought to the pulpit. That's what this show is. It's a lot of fun. The Word Made Fresh. Yeah. See, I have a Bible somewhere. It's usually right here. It's currently next to Master Splinter. This is the original Master Splinter, by the way, from the 80s. None of that newfangled stuff. Although the new movie was fantastic. I went to see it with my nephews.
Ooze. It's nice, right? It's ooze.
Okay. Talk to you next week, along with Reverend Thorne. We'll see you then.